Okay, I'm back. I just need to go to it. So yeah, um, this army is not really a good one, that's for sure. Also, our army still need to train. At least they have all their shit. It's correct. Cancel that. I know. Now production or logistics. You still need towed artillery. You know all that. Light tanks are also not doing good, but we can start training these divisions. So train you, train you, train you, train you a little bit. Get all of our division up to scratch. These guys are all ahead there. Fucking hell. So, I mean, China is done for. I mean, I don't really need my divisions over here anymore. We defeated most of the Japanese army, I believe. If you take a look, how much they have only have 11 divisions left. 7 to 11 divisions. I guess they all just got fucked in like Manchukuo when we just pushed from here, from Beijing, over just across, basically, and all their army that was in fighting the People's Republic of China was defeated. Now China has a weird name. I mean, it's just everywhere. How's that shit going? Very well. So. We'll just take care of that. Don't really know what to do anymore. I mean, China doesn't need my help anymore. We did our job. So, these guys, let's just tell them to go here, one side to another. Like one of these units is already veteran. Like veteran level. Let's cancel our volunteers. Over here, we don't need them over here anymore. Cannot cancel volunteers. Oh fuck me, you can't cancel volunteers apparently. They only get back home when we start a war. That's at least. We have 3 factories. Yeah, we just built as soon as these all finish. I mean, we have how many? We have 90 civilian factories. They'll all start working on more military factories, which we really need to start getting medium tanks in our armies and shit like that. But these guys don't have anything to do, so you just also just mass up on this border and go. Basically here. I don't care that it isn't possible. I mean, there's nobody in our way. Doesn't seem like the Chinese are eager to do it. Let's just wait until we open up this. I mean, until we get out of this hole. -3 per day. How is that working out? We're making 10 a day. I guess we're destroying 7 thingies by fighting in. Hold on. They use. These guys actually use things. Let me just take a look. Look at the templates. They have artillery in them because they have support artillery. Do the tanks use artillery? No, they don't. We are starting to get the BP-7s. What was the button for edit mode? Alt. Okay, so Soviet Union is strong now. You have, you don't have those negative modifiers anymore. Our army will be ready to defend against the German Reich. The biggest reason that most of the time you suck against the Germans is because they have first advanced tanks. You're trying to defend in mostly planes in the beginning. And second, you have that modifier, which gives you like minus 30% organization, which makes it hard to defend, obviously. Now this won't be the case. Now, are they working? I'd like to have the what's it called? The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact signed. I mean, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is kind of, if I'm playing as Germany, I most of the time won't do it, because obviously in the real world it was normal to do that, because otherwise the Soviet Union might attack Germany while they're in France, doing their thing in France. But basically in this game it doesn't really matter. I mean, you would give away all these provinces, these regions, all these states, whatever you want to call them, would give them all away. You would eventually have to capture them back, and I mean, if you're in France doing your thing in France, Soviet Union can't do a surprise attack or anything like that. They need to first of all justify a war goal against you, and you'll know that when they will attack you. Ooh, that was a long sentence. Let's go up to speed 5. Focused science. Our industrial expansion and other recent advances might allow us to conduct more R&D in parallel. Fucking hell. I have 5 million. Are you fucking shitting me? What would the PCDI do for us? So intermediary factory conversion cost. That isn't really that great, but it will lead to this shit. Oh, third artillery is back on track. So reinforcements. Have all shit that needs to be transported. So right now we need infantry equipment to be transported to other people. Oh yeah, because we are training our units. That's why we you need to stop that. You need to stop that. You are still training. You need to stop that. You are of course still training. You are still training. You don't need to train anymore. Let's get you set up. You will be part of the Western Front, no, the Balkan Front, where you will be a fallback line over here. No, garrison. Fallback line. Okay, over here basically, which will mean that they will sit on this province, and if the Germans just roll over us like we aren't even there, we will be able to fall back to a proper defensive position without having to also one of the problems would be that they would attack and we would be for example, imagine that the Germans just stream through here and they beat us hard in Istanbul. The how should I say this? Well, these units, their organization might be going to shit, and that's obviously not great for us. Capacity. Do them by skill. That's Georgie Zukov in charge of this. Hey, here's a panzer leader, but I mean we have so many panzer leaders. As I was saying, we might get fucked so hard that our organization will go to shit, and we might be needing to 24 divisions might just not do the trick with lower if they have lower organization. I really wish there was a way to like stop like train them until they get to the proper thing, until they can't train anymore. Decryption, there we go. Very nice. We have encryption, always good to have that. I really don't know what to do anymore. Artillery. Well, we're as we dug ourselves out of that hole, we will be needing more artillery. Right after we dug ourselves out of that hole, befriend Bulgaria. I don't care that Bulgaria will become fascists. I mean, obviously, it will mean that the Germans will have a front on us in Istanbul, but I believe that we should be able to push through here. I mean, they will already have all this shit to worry about. Resetting the eastern cranes. I'm just waiting on Germany to pick up the research shot. Now that's found in the PCDI. That PCDI needs some founding. Let's get defense in depth. German Reich claims memo. Shut up. My mother just came in, sorry for that. But, anyways. So, the fatal joke was fuck you guys happening. Oh, but. Fuck hell. Stop. Noise. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed, just drop me a like in those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more shit like this, just subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.